So now I'm going to explain you the I'll explain you what is functions in JavaScript. Okay. First, you must know what is the normal functions and their types. Okay. See this one. HTML is the base tag. See, if you want to go with the React, you must know what is the arrow function and what is the classes in Java, because there is only two type of components in React. First one is arrow function as component. What is that one? First one, arrow function as component, and the second one is class as a component. Okay, so you must have the knowledge about the arrow function as well as a class inside the JavaScript. Okay, so I have a head and a body here. What is this one? Functions. Fun.html. Okay. I'm doing nothing here because I want to run the script only. Function is a keyword used to create JavaScript function. Okay, I'm creating function 00. Okay, function 00. We have four different type of functions. Okay, see this here. Based on return arguments and returns. Okay, first one, function without arg and without returns. Okay, let me explain what is without arguments and without returns. Something like, this is actually console.log of I am function without args and returns. Args and returns. Okay. So if I want to go for the function call, then I have to write like this. This is called as function call. Okay. This is function call, and this is function body. This is function body. This is the normal function. This is the normal function. I'm just saving it. I'm just saving it, and let me open this one. Where is this? Like called HTML, CSS, JS, and here it is located. Okay, let me cut this one or copy this one and paste it right here. Okay, so this is our main folder. Closing the subfolder there. See, I'm opening it always. Okay, now go for the inspect element. Here, you can observe the output here. And the function without args and without returns. Okay. So this is the function. Initially, this function code will be called. This function call will be called executed. So from here, it will go here, and the function body will be executed. Function with arguments without return type. See this one? Function with arguments. Okay. Now I will be sending some values to fun f10. That's like 10, 20. Okay. And I'll be receiving with a 10 value 10 inside some variable a and 20 inside some b. Console dot log of a plus b. Okay, this is my second program. This is function with this is function body, and the arguments, those are called as formal arguments. This is called as actual arguments, and this is called as function call. So this is called as function call, and the arguments here are called as actual arguments, and these are the formal arguments, and this is the function body. Okay, this is a function body. This is the function call. This is the function call. Okay. So what is the second type of function, ma? Without and without returns. Okay. Now let me refresh this one. See this, I got the value 30. Did you understand these two functions? First one is function without argument, without returns. Second one is function with arguments and with returns. Third one. This function will return some value. Okay. A equal to 10, B equal to 20. Return A plus B. This is the return statement. Okay. So this is the return statement, and the total value will be 20, 30. 30 will be returned. 30 will be returned by this function and will be stored inside the res result. What I can do now? Console dot log of result. Okay, I'm saving it. Say this 30. Okay. Did you understand these three functions? Three functions. Okay. And I'm writing the fourth one here. See this. See this, what I've done here. This is the third function. Okay, this is the fourth type of function. The fourth type of function. What is this? Function with arguments and with return. With arguments and with return. What I've done here, I'm not taking the result into some res variable. directly calling it from console.log inside the print statement. Okay, so that the returned value will be directly printed onto the console. See this one. Refresh. Okay, let me write the fourth function. This is this is the type 4 function, right? So we have three different outputs here, four different outputs here with four different functions. This is called as functions, normal functions in JavaScript. Okay, that is it. Now we'll be discussing about modern functions. Modern functions, okay, or we can call it as arrow function. Arrow function. So the normal function syntax would looks like this. Okay. Now let's go with the arrow function. Very, very important. The whole React content will be produced. All the React components will be produced using the arrow function only. Just listen carefully. Okay. HTML. Head. Body. Title. I don't want any content inside the body. Just is the arrow function. Or modern function, just try to call it as arrow function, not the modern function. Okay. See ya. The script I'm going to write the that's there is a small difference, slight syntax difference only. Okay, but there is a small slight syntax difference for this one. See this one. Uh, function some. So this is the normal function, right? I'm writing the normal function only. Okay, so that you will understand what is the difference between the normal and arrow function. Console dot log of hello. So this is the function call, right? This is a normal function. Now I'm going to write the var from f. F means the function name. Okay, equal to arguments. This is the arguments part. Arrow log of hello. This is the syntax of arrow function, model function. Okay, this is the normal function, ma. This is the normal function. This is arrow function. What is this? Arrow function. Okay. So simply we can go for function call like this. This is a function call. Okay. If you have any arguments, you can place it right in here. Okay. See now what is the output? Let's check out the output. I've not written anything inside the body, so we can go for directly hello and hello. So I'm trying to refresh this one. Refresh, you'll get the hello from normal function, hello from arrow function. Did you understand the syntax of this one? F equal to arrow. F equal to arguments. Okay, F is the function name. these are the arguments. This is the arrow function, and this is function body. So this is a function without args, comma, returns my way. Next, with args and without returns. That is do the with function with args and without returns. You can use the where or let, whatever const, whatever it may be. Okay, you can go for where or let or const, whatever it may be. No problem at all. No problem. If you are defining it as constant, it will be immutable. I mean, like you cannot change the function body once it is defined. Okay, so you can go for the const or where or some let. Okay, let is also one of the way to define variables and methods. Go for some const. Okay, just I'm trying to show you. Oh, okay, no. I'm going with the where only. So don't confuse between that. So is some f1 equal to some with arguments a comma b, and sorry, arrow function, arrow console dot log of a plus b, and in the following with a function call something like 10 comma 20. Now I'm saving it and I'm refreshing right here. Simply whatever 30 here. Okay, this is the third type of function. And coming to without the args and with the returns, where f2 equal to 0 and return some 10 plus 20. Console dot log of f2. I'm directly writing inside the console so that the returned value will be printed into the log console. Without arguments and with return value. Oh, fine. You're not supposed to give the return actually. So the return will be automatically, so this 10 plus 20 will be automatically returned. Okay. See this one. See this one. It's actually the beauty. You need not to write the return. Okay. So without giving the return keyword, you can directly get the return value. Okay. So that's the difference between the normal and this function. And with the args and returns. So now see this. Where f3 equal to arrow, and then I'm going to give some a comma b comma c. Now I'm going to return a plus b plus c, and in the function console dot log of f3 of 5 comma 5 comma 5. That's it. Okay. $15 will be printed. These are the 4 different type of functions. You might get the doubt. See, there is one more thing I have to demonstrate. With one argument, if you have one argument, then you can directly write. You need not to return the brackets itself. Where f4 equal to some x. There is only one argument for this function. Then what you can do directly f4 of some 786. Yeah, console. Now, if you refresh this one, 76 is printed. Right, okay. And now, see this. You might get out. What if I have number of lines? You're writing only single line. What if I have more lines? Simply, you can you see multiple lines using modern function. Where f5 equal to, shall I give some any arguments? May comma b arrow. Now start the flower brackets. Okay, you can write any number of code here. Okay. So, yeah, or directly writing this f5 of 10 some 5 comma 3. See, this is important. Actually, the arrow component in React looks exactly like this only. Okay, now arrow component looks exactly like this. I'll show you in the first program itself. Okay, 8 and high. So this is about the arrow function and normal functions inside the Java. Now, what we can do is just to try to understand what is class in JavaScript. Okay, object-oriented concepts in JavaScript. Class inside JS. Okay, header we will have title. There will be constructor. There will be some destructors. It's a different programs inside JS. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just relax. Did you understand the previous two programs? Are you clear with that? Shall I start this new concept? Yeah, classes in JavaScript. Okay. See this, ma. Let me explain you the syntax of the class. I'm going to demonstrate entire concept of class in a single program. Okay. Mm, so let me write the syntax first. class name. This is very similar to Java. You already know the classes in Java, right? This is very similar to Java. Class space class underscore name. Just know, how do we write the constructor inside the Java? Just by giving the class name. Just by using the class name. Instead of the constructor here, we will use the class name, right? But in JavaScript, we have to write the directly constructor. Okay, you have to write constructor directly. In the construct, you are not you cannot declare the class variables directly inside the class. If you want to declare the class variables, you have to declare inside the constructor only. Okay. You can declare the class variables here. Okay. And constructor body here. Okay. Now you can go for, you can define the methods. Void m1. Sorry. You need not even represent this function. Okay. You can directly write the methods. Method 1. Local variables. Method body. And you can write any number of methods here. Okay. You can write any number of methods. So this is actually the class. And if you want to instantiate the class, why do we use the instance class instantiation? To give the memory dynamically to the class members, right? So some const obj equal to new class name. So this is how you can give the, this is called as class instantiation. Okay. Now if you want to call the method inside the program, then simply obj dot method 1. This is how, this is the method call. Okay. So this is the basic way to write the classes. I'm just simply copying that one and pasting here. See this? Now some class sample. In the constructor, I'm going to write the class variables like this. This dot a equal to 10. You have to represent the this keyword to write the class variables. Okay. This dot b equal to 20. These two are the class variables. And I'm going to write the constructor here. Console dot log of hi, this is constructor. Now in the method, I'm directly writing the method itself. Okay. So console dot log of hi, this is method. And obj equal to new sample. Obj dot method 1. Method 1 is common. Okay. So this one calls the constructor. Okay. It's a constructor call. Class instantiation or the class instantiation or constructor call. This line, this particular thing, this particular part will call the constructor here. Okay. And obj dot method will call the method right here. So now let me execute this one. third one. So I executed it and go for the inspect element and go to the console. See this. This is the constructor. This is the method. If I want to call the variables, class variables outside the class, what I can do? Console dot log of obj dot a plus obj dot b. This is how we call the variables to outside the class, right? So now let me refresh this one. See this 30. Okay. So this is all about the classes in JavaScript. Class concept inside the JavaScript. Hope you got hope you understand. Yes. Danny and Mani, do you understand, guys? So this is all about the basics of React. Okay, you must have the knowledge about this arrow function as well as the class. Okay, and let me explain you the inheritance inside this. It's an inheritance. Let me explain the inheritance so that you'll understand more clearly. What is inheritance? What is inheritance? Parent class, child class, something like this. Okay, right. Copying the same program and I'm going to paste it inside here and let me go with the what is inheritance, mom? Parent class and child class, exactly. So there is a class parent and there is a class child. Extends parent means all the parent class properties and all the parent class variables will be can be inherited by the child. Okay, something like instructor. This dot a equal to 10. Now I can directly create the object for const obj equal to new child. I'm directly creating a child class object. Okay, console dot log of. So I can access the child class as well as parent class members properties or members directly using child class object only. Obj.a plus obj.b. See this. Go to the console. Okay. Hmm. Okay, you need not to do this. Let me define directly. Okay, define directly. Without the constructor, we can directly define the class variables. Okay. Now, just by using the child class object, I'm able to access the parent class variables also. Okay, 30. I'm getting the value here. See, 30, right? So this is all about the basics. Okay, what I've done here, I've created the parent class and child class. I have extended the parent class to the child class. So with the object of the child class only, I have access to the both parent and child variables. Okay, so this is actually one concept. So this is the basics of This is the JavaScript concepts which are necessary for going to the React. Okay. Did you so just go refer this arrow functions now, and in the next session I'll be explaining the first React application. Okay, I'll be explaining the first React application using the arrow function and class as components. Okay, right. Okay, see. So this is arrow function. Arrow function. This is important actually. Okay, arrow function is very simple. Where arrow function name, arguments, arrow, body, something like this. Function name, arguments, arrow,